Welcome back to the SOC Analyst Level 1 training series. Today is day 27, and we are diving into a very important and practical topic, which is SOC L1 Incident Response Workflow. So, this is the part of your SOC job where everything you have learned so far comes together, from detecting alerts to responding to real incident, whether it is a phishing email, malware alert, or unauthorized login. Every event basically follows a structured process known as incident response, which is IR. Okay, so as an L1 analyst, you are the first responder. Remember it. Let's understand what that means. Okay, so let's begin our today's session with the very first thing, which is who am I? So, my name is Sumit Jain, and I'm your mentor and guide on this series. So, I'm a security researcher and ethical hacker. We are conducting a 30 days free live SOC series on YouTube. So, you can check out my other uh, profiles as well, like LinkedIn, Twitter, or Telegram. I'm actively sharing resources over there, so you can check that out. And the today's topic is basically the incident response workflow. So we need to understand the real world response life cycle in a security operation center like in SOC. So what is incident response actually? What is IR, incident response? So incident response is basically a step by step process to identify, contain, and recover from a cyber attack. The goal is very simple: minimize the damage, respond fast, and learn from it. So think of it like a fire drill. Your job is to detect the fire early, alert the right people, and make sure it don't spread. So basically, when you are doing the incident response, so it's just about do not panic. It's about the process, like how the associate teams turn all the chaos, basically the attack, into clarity. So the incident response is a structured process used by the team to detect, analyze, contain, eradicate, and recover from the cyber attack incidents. And now, if we talk about the SC levels overview, so the L1, the basically job is to monitoring and tries. So the responsibility is monitoring alerts or validate incidents. The L2, which is responsible for investigation and analysis. So the responsibilities will be deep dive analysis and correlation. The L3, which is threat hunting or IR. So the responsibilities will be handling major incidents, malware, or threat intelligence. So L1 basically are the first responders. So that's why the L1 is basically using you have to open your eyes and ears very often to detect any alert. So in basically today we are basically focusing on L1 analyst. So what you will do during the incident. So L1 the as an first responder, that is monitoring the SIM alert, doing the tries, doing the validation, or doing the basic investigation. So what you have to do? So basically as L1, the L1 responsibilities are continuous alert monitoring, alert tries and initial validation, incident categorization, escalation to L2 or L3, or documentation. So as an L1, your job is not to fix everything, is to detect fast, verify, and escalate accurately. So L1 responsibilities is like you are basically ensuring like no alert will be ignored. Whatever you are seeing in your uh, SIM tool, whatever you are seeing in your logs, whatever you are basically uh, checking with your log analysis, you are ensuring that the valid incidents are handled efficiently. Okay, so that will be the L1 responsibilities. And now if we talk about like the incident response life cycle, so the life cycle is, it is based on NIST SP 861. So the preparation of IR, incident response, detection and analysis, containment, eradication, recovery, and post incident activities. So basically what that means, so this is the standard that every SOC must follows. As an every SOC L1 analyst, you mostly work around the detection, analysis, or containment phases. So that's why these all are the six major phases in IR, incident response life cycle. So if we talk about the stage one by one, the stage one is preparation. So the preparation is basically all about being ready before the incident happen. So your SIM tool should be tuned properly, like you basically configure the SIM tool properly. The detection rules and the playbooks should be defined. The analyst should know the escalation contacts and response steps. In short, the stage, basically that particular first stage, which is preparation, that ensure that when the alert come in, you are not reacting blindly, you know what you are doing. So preparation means like your defenses, tools and teams are ready before the attack happens. You ready for everything. You configured your communication plans, you train your all your analysts, you configure your SIM rules, you create the IR policies or everything. The stage 2 is detection and analysis. So this is where the most SOC activity happens. Like you are detecting something or you are analyzing something. So as soon as your alert pop-ups in your SIM tool, so let's say suppose a suspicious PowerShell command. So your job is to verify if it is fake or if it is legitimate, if it is malicious or it is original. So you will check the logs, you will check the TI feeds, you will check the related assets or users. So once you verified, you will move it to the next phase, which is containment. So the detection and analysis is the very important phase in which you will basically identify the suspicious activity and verify if it is actually an incident or if you are thinking like this. So you basically verify all your data sources, all your firewall logs, proxy logs, TI data, endpoint logs, SIM alerts. So detection is where SOC lives most of the time, like all the monitoring, all the alerts, verifying all the IOCs and confirming if it's real. The stage 3 is incident classification. So the classification is means like that helps you to decide what kind of threat you are dealing with. So if you are dealing with a malware infection, so that means like the suspicious process detected, any particular process in your operating system will be created and you are detecting that. The phishing attack, that means the malicious email link will be created or you are identifying or you are exposed to some email link. The data exfiltration, that means outbound some traffic spike, your traffic will be increased. The unauthorized access, that means you are receiving continuous login request from unusual IP or from unusual location. The policy violation, that means the unapproved software detected. The stage 3 is containment. So containment is basically like stop the bleeding. So if a user account is compromised, you need to disable it. If your system is infected, you need to isolate it. If your suppose if malicious IPs are detected, then block them in the firewall. So the goal is to stop the lateral movement or data theft while deeper investigation continues. Okay, so I got a comment like this from Cypher1. Hello, Cypher1. So Cypher1 is saying, okay, so thank you, Cypher1, for your precious words. It means a lot, and I will continue to like guide you on this series. So make sure to watch all the videos. It will helps you a lot. And where are we? So the containment, so containment is basically like what you do. So your goal is to stop the lateral movement and data theft. So the objective of the containment is the limit of the spread of attack. If attack is happening, so your job is to limiting the spread, so that basically the attack will not spread over the your systems or your over your organization. So the L1 task is to disabling the affected user accounts, isolating any endpoints, blocking some malicious IPs or domains, or notifying the L2 or L3 team. So containment is like sealing a leak. You stop the basically the damage from a step spreading. The fourth stage is eradication. So eradication means stop the or basically remove the threat completely. So once you identified or once you contained the threat must be removed completely. So this include deleting malware, resetting all the passwords, or patching vulnerabilities. Usually, this particular phase is handled by the L2 or L3, but as an L1, your findings like the logs, the IOCs, or the evidence are also critical for them to take correct actions. So that's why you will basically do this. The five stage is recovery. So you basically restore the all the operations. So now the systems are cleaned and restored basically all your systems back online, but we still monitor very closely to ensure like no infection or suspicious activity returns. So SOC might set up a short-term heightened monitoring for affected hosts. Like so, you basically reconnect all the isolated systems, you reinstall all the operating system images, you monitor the reinfection, you validate all the systems' functionality. So recovery isn't just about turning the system back on; it is basically verifying if it is clean or not. The stage 6 is post incident review. That means you are learning from the incident. If you are doing something, that means you are learning from them. And after the incident, what you are doing. So we do what's called a lesson learned meeting. We ask what went wrong, what worked, and how can we improve detection. So this is where new SIM rules will be created, new playbooks, and new awareness trainings are basically developed. So you basically conduct the root cause analysis, like why this attack basically happens. You basically update your playbooks or detection rules. So in future, if some kind of attack happens again, your SIM tool will be detect early. You share all the IOCs with threat intelligence teams, and you prepare all the report. So the best SOCs teams are those who learn from every attack, because every incident should make you smarter, because you know how this happened, and you basically prepare for the future. Now, if you see the visualization of SOC workflow, so now this is the thing. First, you have a alert, then tries, then validation, then escalation, then RCA, containment, and closure. So this will be your daily workflow as an SOC analyst, from detecting to alert to closing the incident, right? So every ticket, every incident, every alert you handled will pass through this cycle. Your job is to document every action clearly, right? So this will be your workflow. Now if we talk about the incident ticketing workflow, so ticketing is the like most underrated but most important SOC task. So every ticket must contain alert details, like what it is alert about, user system affected, how many users are affected, how many systems are affected, the all the IOCs details, what you are basically taking some action or not, so actions taken, and then escalation references, what you are doing with that, right? So these all are these all will be included in your ticket, because remember, your tickets are the evidence. During audits or during forensic reviews, these records proves how you responded. So the ticketing flow will be very important. Now if we talk about the example, like incident response playbook, suppose you are dealing with a phishing email. Suppose you got an alert, like in your organization a phishing email will be detected. So the what the L1 will do, L1 will basically analyze the email headers. We will talk about the email headers yesterday, so you can watch it. We will be basically extracting all the IOCs, so we can validate via the virus total or any other open source tool. We will basically search in the SIEM tool for the same domain and IP. We will block the malicious indicators IOCs, and then we will escalate what we find. So playbooks is basically your step of produce SOPs. So you have to follow them step by step during incident, right? So suppose the playbook should be simple, structured, and consistent. That's how a good team operate. So suppose you find out a suspicious email, then what you have to do? So this will be your IR. This will be your incident response. What you have to do, you have to analyze email headers, you have to analyze, you have to extract the IOCs, you have to search for them in some the same domain or IP, blocking some malicious indicators, escalating with findings. Now, there are some tools for incident response. So, suppose you are doing for ticketing purpose. So, the Hive is the best tool. So, you can go with the Hive. The Hive. The Hive is the best tool we have, and you can use it for incident tracking platform. If you want to use the for IOC enrichment, then the Cortex or MISP is the best tool. For SIM or detection, YJU, Splunk or ELK will be the best. And for threat intel, Alien Vault OTX is the best. So you basically practice the entire incident response workflow at basically with these tools, right? So these tools together will be backbone of a functional IOC. If you are working as an SOC team or SOC member, then you need to learn about all these tools. The Hive is basically helps you in case management. The Cortex is basically helping you in IOC enrichment automation. The MISP is will be helping you to threat intelligence correlation. The YJU will be helping with log and SIM management. The Alien Vault will be a TI, threat intelligence feed. Now, suppose if we talk about like what will be the common challenges we face during IR. So the common challenges will be high volume of false positive. That means you are getting an alert, but that is not a real issue. That is false positive. Delayed detection. Sometimes the attack was happened and you are detected very after the incident, right? Lack of context or enrichment. poor documentations, or no standardized playbooks. So the goal of SOC maturity is to reduce false positive and improve the response feed. So basically, you need to analyze your skill as an associate analyst is not to panic if something was happened. It is to stay calm, analyze systematically, and follow the procedure. So you have to complete your documentation, you have to analyze if anything false positive was there. Okay, so that will be the SOC incident workflow. Hopefully you get the idea about it, like what is the incident workflow is. So basically, you need to structure everything, what you find, what you detect, how you uh, detected, what type of tool you used, how you think like this is an attack. So everything will be structured or documented carefully, and that is known as incident response. So that is a structured process that you will do to detect any alert, how you analyze it, how you basically contain, how you recover from your organization from that incident. Okay, so this will be your day 27 for the SOC Analyst series. Now we have only left with three more sessions in this series, which will be the first session will be on Wireshark, like how to do the packet analysis, and the second one is like how to tries an alert, and the last one will be all the career opportunities, how you basically go forward with the SOC certificate, some free certificate or the paid one, and how you can apply for your career opportunities. Okay, so this will be your day 27 for SOC Analyst series. So hopefully you will get that idea with that series, like how the SOC teams operate, what are the common things we need to learn about. In particularly in that series, I'm not likely, so I'm not able to cover everything, but I provide resources, I provide some assignments, so you will have everything to learn about it, you have everything to move forward it. So do practice, do learn about the logs, do learn about the SIEM tools, do learn about or read about the IR, read about the threat intelligence, read about how you basically read about all the rules, SIEM rules, Splunk rules, all other SIEM tools you are using basically. So that will help you in SOC to crack your first job or as a fresher or not. Okay, so with that note, I'm signing off. So you basically understand how the real SOC teams manage incident from start to finish. So remember one thing, like the tools also need help, but the process and clarity make a great analyst. So tomorrow we'll be explaining the packet analysis. So we will be talk about that. So again, if you found this session helpful, do not forget to like, share, or subscribe to Zero Day Vault. See you tomorrow. Stay curious, stay secure, and do not forget to subscribe if you haven't. Make sure to check out the description in which you will find all the relatable documents, relatable session tracker, or everything.